Go.
Hi, everyone. This is Susan, Anna, and Beth coming to you live from the Healing Solution Center in Dunellen, Florida. And something just happened. Oh, whoa, whoa.
There we are.
Anyway, sorry. And we are two crazy chicks plus one chatting with you tonight. So, we are grateful that you are joining us, and we always take a little time and wait because we know it takes a little time for you to get the notifications. I actually just got mine on the phone. So if you're here and you're watching, if you could just say hello, I would greatly appreciate that, so that we know that you're here with us and that we're talking to live people. So if you have any, oh, don't, I know I'm trying to it's, you know me, I'm like a multitasker, so, and how many of you are multitaskers? Let me ask you that. We are so busy that we have to learn how to do many things at once. And I can do a lot of things at one time. Talking and doing something else, I guess, apparently I'm not so great at. So please forgive me because I'm just trying to see how it's going live on here. So again, if you're with us, if you would say hello, I think I have to reset this
No.
to some other way to see the comments.
No, the comments come up on this. They come
No,
up.
there are. Can somebody say hello? I know there's people out there watching.
Oh, yeah, we've got one already.
Yeah. Oh, we do? See, how come we're not seeing it here
I
then?
don't know how we do it.
Hi, Sarah. How are you? Congratulations, by the way. And hi, Jamie Lynn. How are you? Thank you for letting us know that you're here. I appreciate it. So, I don't know whether you want to write why
Maybe
I'm
it's that
saying
event log.
congratulations. No, that's not
No.
it. We're trying to figure out how we get the
Comment in
conversation
chat
on the
sending.
side.
There it is.
Oh, here it is.
Is
Okay.
that it?
Yes, I think that's it. So
Maybe not. Hold on. Yes, it is.
it is.
Yep.
Hey, how are you? Okay. So I see. Oh, we got a few people there. So I do see. I can not see too much. I'm blind.
Baba.
Baba. Yeah, we know who that is. She brings us wood.
Ah,
Anyway, yeah. So, Marianne is here.
Hi,
Hi.
Marianne.
So we always, ask on the Facebook event page, you're like, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to, hear us talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? Because you are a big part of this live. We talk back and forth with you guys, even though we can't verbalize it by reading, what you write and answering in that way. And then we read that out loud if you've been here before. So there's a couple of things that you guys have suggested. But I think that before we start, we should maybe, take a moment, just a moment, and just closing our eyes and getting centered, taking some breaths, just getting grounded. Maybe if you're wearing shoes, taking them off and placing them on the floor. And just asking for, as I do every week, to have our egos removed from this conversation that we're going to have so that we can be our authentic selves, allowing us to get out of conditioning so that we can learn more about ourselves and others, embracing everybody that is with us here tonight and in the universe, all over the planet and beyond. Embracing everyone with unconditional love, with healing, and with understanding and compassion. And if all of us would just energetically send out healing to all sentient beings, sharing this space, saving this space for those who need it. And embracing them and inviting them and sending out a feeling of being safe, knowing that they are loved no matter what they're going through or where they are. And so it is. Namaste.
Oh.
So we had a couple of people. Hey, Audra, thank you for coming. So Marianne had wanted to talk about, and if there's something that you want to talk about that's on your heart or in your soul while you're watching this, you didn't see that come up. Jamie says, I'm good today. It was a better day. I'm so glad to hear that. Awesomeness.
Yeah, and I'm curious, Jamie, to let us know in the comments how your support group went online last Monday.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go for you? Was it worthwhile? Will you go back again? And was it a good experience?
Yeah. Hey, Meg. Thanks for joining us tonight. So happy to have you here. I love you. I need a coffee date. Anyway, I can't get that off. I'm just like, I don't know electronics. I'm trying to figure it out. But anyway, so I'm going to let Beth take over and try and get something off the screen that doesn't belong there, which she did very easily, obviously. So Marianne said she wants to talk about one thing that we all do to create a collective consciousness to make a huge energy shift and shed more light. And Anne Marie had said she wants to know how to heal from emotionally abusive relationships or something along those lines. Just throwing that out there because you asked, what do we want to talk about? And then I think also Kelly had talked about wanting to know, about forgiveness and how to forgive somebody that, what was it? Somebody that you don't really want to forgive? Is that what it is? Or doesn't deserve forgiveness?
Doesn't
Maybe
deserve
that
forgiveness,
doesn't
yeah.
deserve forgiveness. So we have that. And Jamie wrote, to be honest, I'm unsure about it. The lady basically said, I have a few sessions, then I must speak. I felt a little rushed. You know what? You don't have to speak. That's not true. And don't let her rush you. And, let me just tell you, if she's pushing you, then you just give her my number, okay? 954-696-4403. Hi, Pam. Oh, my Aunt Pam is here. Hi, honey. I hope that you're feeling okay. I'm so glad that you're here. And yay. I hope Mom comes on too. So anyway, those are the things that people had wanted to. Jamie Lynn's laughing. I mean that. I'm not kidding you. You have no, because recovery from everything is very, very serious, and we all recover at our own pace. And so, and also, let me state with that maybe that isn't the right support group for you. Maybe there's another support group, but you never want to allow anybody to make you feel uncomfortable. Although I will say there is something really great about, getting ready and being able to share during support groups. But again, it takes time. Don't let time take you, but don't let anybody push you around, baby. Nobody needs to push you around.
And one of the things that we said before was if you're joining a support group, whether it's for grief or loss or one of the 12-step fellowships or a single mom or single dad, whatever it is, give that support group 3 visits before you let it go, because generally the magic number is 3. You're going to have a crystal clear picture of whether that group is for you or not at the end of the 3rd session.
Yeah. I agree. Dorothy Gale is here, so hi, welcome. So glad that you're here. And I just wanted to say, Jamie Lynn put up in the comments, it's okay because I'm going to tell my daughter's story. I signed up for the March of Dimes baby walk in May, and I'm collecting donations. $1,000 is my goal. Let's do it for Lily, I think she's saying. So, you can post that link for that fundraiser in the comments if you'd like. And if anybody that's watching would like to donate to this really great cause and support Jamie in part of her healing and in letting people know about this and what's going on, you can do that too. And if there's any other things that you guys want to talk about, right?
Yeah, I think that Jamie, you're an amazing inspiration in as much that you're using this tragedy and this heartbreak and grief and loss to take action, to make a change for other families. And that is one of the most admirable things I think that we can do with our experience of grief and loss and pain and suffering, is to use that to then support other people. I mean, look at, what was it, MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Yes.
That's those types of organizations that come out of someone's loss. And actually here in
Yes.
Ocala, I think there's Picking Up the Pieces, which is for parents whose children have overdosed and passed away.
Yes, I know the
That-
lady
I
who
can't
does
remember
that.
her name.
She's fabulous.
She's
Her son
amazing.
overdosed.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal.
So Jamie,
Yes.
there's the March for Babies,
Yes.
a mother of a movement. Yes,
right.
I
So
love that.
so we're gonna we'll go on after, and I'll make a little donation.
Absolutely.
And and I do want to share, because you brought this up. So I lost my little brother. Me and my little brother both were born with congenital diseases, birth defects, and my brother was not supposed to live, at all, and he lived till he was 8 through modern medicine at the time, which was a long time ago. But it did inspire my mother to do exactly what you're doing, and she became a spokesperson for the what is it called, the Heart Association. I can't think of what it's called. What's the big heart association?
the Heart Association.
The
Heart Association.
It's the Heart Association.
American Heart Association.
American Heart Association. That's what it
Way to
is.
go,
I was
Susan.
missing a word. Oh, stop it. So, and it's funny because I was going through some things and I found some newspapers that had articles about my brother and my mother and my father doing fundraising stuff so that there would be more research done. And they themselves donated money to research for that. And I do think that it's inspiring, and I think that it's wonderful, and that people take their tragedies and turn it into, such positive things. And I think that, you're inspiring me now to maybe not wait for a tragedy to do something. So I thank you for that. And I just, that's what happens when we talk.
I know I was listening to a program, and it was talking about the stages of grief, and it was a guy who had studied under Elizabeth Kubler. I can't just read it.
Ross.
Yeah,
Kubler-Ross, and he was like her protege, and he was saying that a lot of times we go through those 5 stages, and they're not linear. He goes, but there's a 6th stage, and that's, what do you do with that?
Yeah.
And that was so profound to me, having lost a child myself. I was like, what do you do with that? How do you get past that point, and how do you make a difference? And she's gotten to that, like, what do you do with that? And that's an incredible thing. It's not an easy process. And like I said, it's not linear. There's going to be moments of bargaining. There's going to be sadness. There's going to be anger. And you'll go through it all different phases. It's just, it's one of those things that, I hear a lot of times is time takes time. And unfortunately, you never know how long it's going to be, but you can get to the other side of it.
Yes. So I also want to say, and this has nothing to do with this, that if I'm looking at my phone, it's because I'm doing things for this show, because I can't read the screen very well. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I like to say that.
We're proud of you too, Jamie.
Yeah. Yes.
Super proud of you, and
Very proud.
I can't wait to support your fundraiser.
Okay, so Audra says it took me years to somewhat recover from my daughter's death. It was in '08, and still some days are hard. I can only,
Absolutely.
imagine as a mother what that would be like, and how, heartbreaking that is. There's, you just never think that you're going to outlive your children, and it's not set up to be that way, but it happens. And so, what a wonderful thing that we have 3 women that we know of here, tonight that have felt the same thing, that have experienced the same loss, and can really support one another. So I'm going to encourage, you, Jamie and Beth and Andra, like you guys can be each other's support. If you need to talk about this, this is what we do this for, right? This is our
exactly
tribe.
it.
We're building a tribe here for you guys, and a way for you to communicate. So you can always reach any one of them through me and through the Healing Solution Center if you send a message, or you can send a direct message. Click on their names or whatever, and do that if you want to have each other's numbers, or if you'd like to post it, you're more than welcome to do that. But then everybody on Facebook might have it, and YouTube when we put it on YouTube. So that's another thing. I'm the only one that puts my number out there for anybody to call, and, which is fine. So, oh, geez. Sorry. So anyway, so what do we want to talk about?
So completely unrelated to anything that we've talked about thus far. If some of you were here, was it 2 weeks ago? I don't know. I had an experience on a live where I weighed myself for the first time in a while, and that was an emotionally charged evening, and had me thinking. Before I go there, Meg says it's been 23 years, and it's still hard to process losing a child. Yeah, I think that kind of loss will continue through the years.
Yes.
It doesn't it never goes away. It's etched in our heart. Audra says, what I find now is the guilt of my son's loss of me and his sister when he needed me. I was in an ocean of sorrow, and he was what I thought was safe on shore. How the people around us react to our grief. We talked about this last week. People are not good. We're not taught to handle grief. There's no grief class in high school.
No.
3rd period.
Right.
Grief and loss. Which is actually quite interesting, because I believe everybody on the planet really at some point goes through grief and loss.
Absolutely.
So why we're not taught as a society how to process that. The best advice you'll get is go see a therapist. Because eventually your family's going to get the family will heal, and your friends will heal faster than you will sometimes. And so when you're stuck behind in that sea of despair and sorrow, like you talked about, and everybody's like, that was 10 years ago. Aren't you over that yet, or whatever? No, I'm not actually. So we're not taught how to deal with that. And I think one of the best ways to deal with everything under the sun is to talk about it.
Just talk about it.
With people who have been there or are good with helping you process your grief, despair, and loss.
Yeah.
That's the best thing under the sun. And that's one of the reasons I love support groups so much. Because some people go to support groups forever when they lose their child, and that's their way of giving back and supporting other people, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just we're talking about the loss of a child, but it's not just the loss of a child. It can be the loss of anything.
Yes.
Our identity as a parent when our kids move out. There's that empty nest syndrome, right? That can feel like grief and loss. It's a certain amount of change of identity. So, Audra, that our family members pay the price for our grief and loss because they too don't know what to do with it, and they don't know what to do when we're drowning. they don't know how to handle it either.
So true.
So thank you for sharing that. Was it last week or the week before? It was the week before last. I did that, reveal where I weighed myself. And it was an emotional week and so on and so forth. And so I have had the same underwear for like 3 years, okay? But what fit me 90 pounds ago, obviously,
Little
tight.
Little tight.
not only is it, can you hold this? Not only is it tight,
She's gonna show it.
But
I know her.
my hips
know.
are like slanted and forward. So one of the legs of the panties is deformed. I don't know, because the way it rests on my body. So not only were they tight on me because I have gained a 3rd grader, but they also go like up here. Can they see my rear? Is it in there?
Yeah, it is.
So one side will be down here and the other side will be up there. So through the day, I'm going through the day like picking my underwear out of my, it doesn't quite make it up the crack, but almost. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So what did I do, ladies? Because I told myself, you're not buying new underwear. You're not doing that. You got to lose this weight so your underwear fit you again. But 90 pounds, Susan? So I took my fat ass to Walmart and I bought new underwear that fit me.
Yay.
And yes, they're 2 sizes bigger. But they fit. And not one time this week have I had to pull them out of the crack of my ass.
Isn't that a good feeling?
It is, but the reason I'm sharing that is that was part of me coming to terms with what is. And not waiting to love myself until I lost the weight. I was making myself uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Almost as a punishment.
As a punishment.
It was a punishment. Let's be clear about that.
I totally get it.
So, if nothing else, now I would love to come here and say, I changed my diet. I started exercising. Came over today and Susan's like, how are you doing with that? I'm like, I'm not. But I bought new underwear. And so, I don't want to wait until I'm thinner to be comfortable with myself or in my underwear.
So, yeah, but
Do you know
listen.
what I mean?
Yes, but listen. The thing is that you did do something. So I said, how you doing with it? You're like, no, I didn't do anything yet, but you did. You went and bought new underwear because you're loving yourself.
I had to
it
do
has
it.
nothing to do with losing the weight.
No.
It has to do with healing what's inside you. And so you're like, okay, I'll work on the healing part, but I'm not going to make myself suffer anymore. And that's a huge deal. So it seems so, silly, but it's really not. And it's such a huge step in the right direction. And allowing yourself to see this view of, hey, I do love myself. Because sometimes you can, you're not sure, but your actions get ahead of the emotions.
Inside, yeah.
So you could be like, oh, yeah, I'm not putting as much salt on my food without even realizing it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, because my blood pressure, whatever.
Right.
So I think that we need to, really understand that it's okay to look for the reasons that we show ourselves love, like those little things that we do for ourselves.
Yeah, and if I had a loved one who, this is silly, but if I had a loved one who came to me and shared with me, listen, I've gained so much weight that my underwear are uncomfortable now, what would I tell that person?
Get new underwear.
Well, come on, honey.
Yeah.
Let's go get you some new underwear. That's what I would say to a friend or a loved one.
Listen,
or my,
I gotta tell you, over this year, I have now I have 3 different size underwears. Because I have what I started at.
Right.
Then I got a little bit bigger and I wasn't suffering. So I went out and bought my ass some new underwear. And then I got a little bit bigger. And then I bought more underwear. Well, actually, you know what? I got Walmart Plus. They even delivered it to me. I didn't have to go and get it. They just brought it right to my door.
To the house, yeah.
Right to my door.
I'm just going to say.
It says, they don't ride you.
Well,
you ride the horse.
Nice.
And Marianne said baby steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that encouragement.
I actually have 3 sizes of underwear too. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
But can I
Because
tell-
you know, like a year ago, I was 40 pounds lighter,
That's right.
Yeah.
and so I've had to go up in size of underwear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And they're
I was
not
unhealthy
cheap.
though. I was very unhealthy. So
These underwear are not.
No.
no,
No, not
They're.
at all.
I'm like, what is there gold in these underwear?
No, but you know
I
what?
don't know.
I'll do without other things. I could have underwear.
Underwear.
It's
I
you
know.
know
This is
you got
important.
it's,
So-
it's worth it.
there's
you gotta
things
pay
that
for
was-
in
it.
life that are like very important
Listen,
things that
can you
have to
imagine
do.
if you were like
You have
her
to
and
buy.
going to Victoria's Secret? Just saying.
Nice.
They're
I do-
a little more expensive there.
But
right?
I go. But you know
Oh, you
what?
buy the bras, not the underwear.
No,
then?
no. Listen, I'll tell you the story. My daughter and I, we have a Victoria's Secrets habit. So we always go to like the semi-annual sale. And then we like stock up, you know, because like the
Yes.
bras are 50% off and you get like 37 pairs of underwear for like $40. Well, it's not that many, but something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, that's
So-
like with my Uggs.
Yes.
I have a foot problem, and the most comfortable things for me to wear are Ugg slippers because they have really good support. So whenever there's a sale, and then I get it on sale after of other things that I bring more sale onto it. So I always
Yeah.
buy it when it's the
Rock bottom
lowest.
pricing.
The
Heather's
lowest.
here.
Hi,
She said I
Heather.
made it.
Hi! Yay! Thank you.
It's awesome. Can you grow up and make sure we didn't miss anything?
I don't think we have.
So
Let's see here. We got Love It, Yay Anna. Hey. Hi, wait.
that's the very beginning.
That's the beginning. Oh, sorry. I did.
Oh, you got them 10 for 35. That's a
Yeah,
good
we
deal.
got that.
Okay. No, we got that. We got that. We got that. We got that. Sorry, we're just seeing if we got all your. Okay. So Jamie said, that's what I'm feeling with the father of my child. He was able to get over it. And I'm still in this place, not every day anymore, but it's still at least every other day that he is just wanting to move on from this, and I can't yet. But he tries the best way he can, you know.
Man, isn't that like a classic story?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
You know,
This was that same show that I was listening to. It was talking about husbands and wives that had
Yes.
lost a child and talking about how that everybody grieves in a different way. And so your grief doesn't look like maybe your boyfriend's grief looks like.
Right.
And his grief doesn't look like your grief. And that we have to learn how to accept each other's grieving processes.
Right. And some people put it off because they can't get to those feelings, so they like say they're in acceptance of it, but it's just because they haven't dealt with it yet.
Yeah.
Because they can't. It's too painful for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have to take a space in between. I know somebody who lost their child, and I think that's what happened. And what, she was drinking a lot, and she was grieving, but not wasn't able to process it that much. And it took her a couple years, and she stopped drinking, and she got clean, and now she's able to deal with that, and she's doing fabulous. So everybody has their own process, and I think maybe he's saying that he's over it, but maybe he isn't ready to deal with every aspect of it yet too. So we have to remember to have loving compassion and kindness for people who aren't at that place of openness as we are. And so Heather said, I got the undies at Christmas time, $10
10 for 35.
for 35. And hey, Tay, how are you? So good to see you. She said, Jamie, hey lady, how you doing? Good, I hope. And then, so I'm glad that you're here. I miss you guys. So thanks for joining us here. So anyway,
yeah.
moving
So,
forward.
all right. So let's start with the first comment, question, or request just to talk about. And I love this, Marianne.
Yeah.
You really had me thinking on this one. Marianne said, what one thing can we all do to create a collective consciousness to make a huge energy shift and shed more light? And I would say make sure that you wear underwear that fit you. It makes a huge
Oh,
difference.
so
No,
good, because you're in a better mood.
Yeah,
You're in
you're
a better
lucky.
mood, yeah.
really, I kind of say that jokingly, but I kind of mean it, because if we were all to treat ourselves with compassion
Mm-hmm.
and love and kindness,
Mm-hmm.
I think that could be a game changer.
Yeah.
And I'm really famous for negative self-talk. Have it frequently going on in my head, and sometimes I catch myself doing it because it happens without me even thinking about it. And I think to myself, my God, if somebody else had said that to me, I would be very upset.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can say it to myself apparently is fine. So having that conversation shifted from a conversation or feelings of being unworthy or feeling not valuable or
sorry.
not sacred, right? To access my sacredness, my holiness, my creativity. I think that if we collectively could teach our kids how to do that, that the next generation would be much more evolved. And then I think that, obviously treating other people with respect is very important, and kindness and compassion, super important.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I lay down with myself in my own thinking. And if I am not happy with the conversation that I've had with myself throughout the day and the way that I've treated myself throughout the day, then really what's the point? For me, what's the point? So if I could choose one thing or do like an experiment, I don't know. I don't even know if that's the answer, but I don't know. If everybody could treat themselves with kindness, respect, be kind and gentle, and acknowledge their sacredness and their holiness as souls on this planet Earth, I think that could be amazing.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's the only answer, because it does say one thing, but I think it might be a powerful way for us to be.
Yeah, well, I think it definitely starts with us, and then that energy goes out to other people. Other people can feel what we feel about ourselves, and listen, I can get stressed, and I can be angry, and I could do all that like everybody else, and I do, believe me. But I walk around really pretty much happy with myself most of the time. Not that I don't have stuff to work on. I'm not there yet. I don't think I'll ever get there, but I really am kind of happy with who I am, and I'll tell you why. I am happy with myself because, like Anna said, at night, I go to bed, or I'm in bed, or before bed, and I'm thinking, were you a good person today? Did you help somebody? Were you an asshole? That to people. Do you have anything to make amends for today? Do you have anybody you need to apologize? Do you hurt anybody? And so, most of the time the answers are all positive answers. And it's because I have realized that I don't like when I get in bed and I think about who I am and my morals and my values and my principles, and I don't love myself because I have actions that are not who I want to be. I'm not my highest self, and me and Anna call that our soul self, the God or whatever it is you call it inside of you. What your soul is, and I really make a conscious effort to go out into the world and be a beacon of light. Let people in when I'm driving. Give somebody a shopping cart. Just little things like that are more important to me sometimes than the big things that I could do. Knowing that when I am doing Reiki healing sessions, that I'm helping people. When I have somebody that I know that can't afford that, I offer to do that for, free of charge, or I give them, a break on it, whatever I can do, because it makes me love me. It makes me know that I am helping other people and making the world a better place, and that's so important to me. The planting of the vegetables, I'm doing my first veggie garden. It's because I want to have food not only to sustain myself, but to help my friends and other people, have enough food. Because, I could plant enough food just for me, but I'm planting more in abundance. If I'm living in abundance, then you guys should live in abundance. So that's the way I make an effect on the universal consciousness, is by shifting me. Shifting me. It starts with me, and that it's the little ripple, the pebble in the lake. What happens when you do that stuff for yourself. And so I can't see there. I have to look on my phone. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I'm so glad you're here. So anyway, so that's Audra says, I don't have big things, but doing little things for people makes me feel bigger in my heart. And that's exactly what I'm saying. When you do that, it does make you feel bigger in your heart. And Heather wrote, I agree. I think self-care and loving self is the roots to the positivity that we can and will spread to others throughout the community and the world. If I'm in a great place of beautiful, positive energy, then I'm going to be spreading love and joy and positivity to everything and everyone I interact with. That's contagious. So if we love ourselves, we'll spread light. That's what I think. And that's, so true. And I love, hey, Tracy. Tracy's here too. And she said, step 10. Step 10. So yes, step 10. That's taking a look at, what you're doing and who you are and how you're behaving.
And I want to jump in here just for a minute, Heather, because I think that the self-care piece that you mentioned is super important. And I also think there's something that goes beyond self-care. And I'm now discovering that for myself in the past, I would say 2 months. And that's soul care.
Yeah.
And it's way different from tending to my physical self, even my mental health. It's different than tending to my mental health. For me, what it's become is really tapping into this space where I can acknowledge my intuitive, sacred
being, energy, self
requests. My soul has requests of me. And I can ignore them. Oh, I'm very good at ignoring them. So good that I didn't even know that I had them. I didn't until
I know. I remember.
did breath work,
when,
and we did the breath work together,
Yes.
and I had this epiphany, a realization, an aha moment that was so powerful that it shifted the trajectory of where my life was headed. I don't get those that often, so that was like, whoa. So there's this soul self that has requests of me, and they're very soft and subtle. And if I am not mindful and aware, I can very easily ignore them or not know that they're there. So the first realization for me was knowing that I had these soul requests, that my soul was asking things of me. I didn't know that they were there. Now I know that they're there. So now that I know that they're there, I pay attention and I can tap in. And that has really been beyond the self-care point, because I think that the soul requests will help me to figure out what it is that my soul needs, which leads me to the self-care portion. I hope that makes sense. I've actually not described that at all to anyone.
Yeah, I actually think, I want to add, you said which leads me to, but I think it's back and forth. I think when this with the self-care triggers that, and the soul care triggers the self-care. I think it's
nice.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, it completes that circle, right? And it can
Right.
go either way, the circle. You know, and I just want to say this, and this is not to plug what I do here, but one of the reasons why I do what I do is for this very reason, because we all need a place to go to kind of fill our soul and get in touch with it. And that's why we do a free drum circle here. That's why we do a free women's full moon circle here. Those are not a charge. I don't do anything. And actually, I give of myself, you know, through whatever. Tracy said, I can't read it there. She said, I'm getting unstuck on self-care. It's been a hard journey at finding self again after being a caregiver for so long. Absolutely. Anna Heather wrote, I love that soul care. Yes. So,
And also throw in there, along with the drum circle and the women's circle, I believe, and it's not just because I'm here doing it with you, that these lives are packed full, absolutely full of value.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So this is, so if you know someone that needs to hear anything that, and I'm going to say we, because you guys are in this with us.
Absolutely.
Anything that we, all of us, are talking about or that we go, please share this with them. Not for nothing, but honestly, that's how we work together to
Yes.
create change.
And it's
So-
why we're doing this. And
Yes.
this is part of the answer to what Marianne was saying is that we're doing this to, you know, have, you know,
Affect change.
So, and I also want to say that, you know, and I'm trying my hardest to do this like really quickly, but I am also putting it on the YouTube channel. So if you need a link for that, so if there's somebody that doesn't, you know, isn't on even Facebook, because
Yeah.
I know plenty of people not on
No.
Facebook that need to see this or any one of the things that we have all, you know, created together. We have co-created all of this help for people.
Because without you guys, we're just talking
Well-
to like space.
Listen, that isn't bad either. I gotta say, and space, you calling me space?
Spacey.
and that is
Yeah.
true sometimes. But you know, the truth is that this became what it is for you guys because of our talks together. You know,
Yeah.
and how it impacted us. And talking about the things that we do to feed our souls and the effect that it has on us, like the breath work or anything like that. And, you know, because it, and breath work affected me the same way the one-on-one did, the same exact way as it did for you. And I think for you too.
Yeah.
And that's why Anna and I started doing that for people as well. So if you are interested in doing the breath work, we do that one-on-one. We don't do it in groups, but we do it one-on-one.
It's amazing. It's an amazing experience.
So there's a lot of ways. Marianne said, I gotta read it here. I love being with high vibrational, like-minded others. Yeah, and so do we.
Absolutely.
I see, Audra, that would be the answer to the question. Oh, yeah, that would be the answer to the question. I was reading it wrong at first, sorry. So, yeah, what about you guys? What about you? What is it that you do that
Create
brings
that.
the vibration
Yep. Create that energetic
up,
shift.
you know,
Yes.
that we can create that shift? Audra says, I would be interested in that. Oh, the breath work? Absolutely. We can talk about that whenever you want. And also, I mentioned the free drum circle. It is this Friday
It's
night.
this Friday night.
Friday
at-
night.
Oh, but wait. It's
so-
not just a drum circle.
No, it's
No.
not.
From 6 to 7, we have a workshop.
Yes. And
Wonderful Robin teaches.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. And listen, free of charge. So if you want to learn to drum or you want to learn about drumming, she shares some great
excellent.
stuff. She's amazing. So, you know, Jamie said she'd be interested in the breath work as well. When we
It
can
would be
talk about
powerful.
that, it's
Yeah.
so powerful. So, you know, that's from 6 to 7, and then from 7 till whenever is the drum circle, and it's fun. If you don't drum and you don't feel like drumming, you can use a percussion instrument. We have some extra things, so you'll always have something unless you have an instrument you'd like to bring. But also, you know, like you can dance this one here.
That's all she does is
she's
dance.
Just dances around,
dances.
and she inspires me. Really, and that's the truth.
And
I
now
don't
that
know
I
whether
have
ever
underwear
told
that
you.
fit me, I'll be jamming all night long.
And we also do, what is it when you do the drum clearing? What is it called?
a drum wash.
A drum wash. We do a drum
Yeah.
wash sometimes, which is really nice, which is clearing through the vibration of the
Sound
drum.
vibration,
Yeah,
yeah.
sound vibration. So Jimmy's,
No,
okay.
listen, Anna inspired me. I danced last time
Yes,
with my dog.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, he
Yes.
danced with me.
Dancing is another way to shift your energy big time, man. I don't, and when I say dance, I don't. It's not like I'm a dancer. I'm a dancer. I'm
She
a
is.
mover.
She
right?
is. Well, you know, go ahead.
It's not like I'm doing ballet out there. Okay, I look like a.
She looks so great. And actually, I just want to say this. If you look at the videos, you will see a video of her dancing at one of the drum circles. I don't know which one.
It just
but
feels so good, guys.
she's really good.
And don't, I remember, we'll call it 20 years ago. I didn't want to be seen.
Yes.
I didn't want to be seen. Audra, you're stupid.
Did she say you would be dancing with wedges
Instead
instead
of
of
wedges.
I love you, Audra.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That's
funny.
Heather said she really loves the drum circle, and it is so much fun. And
Yeah.
I just also want to say again, this is has to do with what Marianne asked. Doing that drum circle creates this amazing amount
good.
of energy
Yeah.
that goes out to everyone,
It does.
everyone, and you can even feel the energy coming through your feet. It is just amazing, and this space, this property here has a ton of energy all the time. And when we all get together and we do something like that,
powerful.
it raises it. I mean,
yeah.
you can't even believe, like you feel it everywhere, and you feel happy and full and complete and alive, like just alive. Oh my God, it's so
So
good.
are you
Sorry.
looking forward to Friday night?
I love Friday night. Not at all. It's fun. It's so
It
fun.
is,
And then I
it
think
is.
the thing too is
Yeah.
like I get to come here every day,
Yeah.
and I feel I like it's the best place to work every day.
Oh, thank you. Because sometimes I'm the boss. It's not so fun, but it is a really great space to work.
It is. It's just like such a positive energy, and it feels like home. Whenever you come here, it feels like home.
Well,
working or not working, it's
I'll
home.
hug you all the time, all day long if you
Me
need
too.
a hug. So come. And listen, this space is here for you guys. And so even if I'm working, if I'm doing Reiki, and you need a place, a soft place to fall, you need a place to sit and be, and you want to come and sit in the garden. If I'm not with a client, we can talk, have tea, whatever. So if you want to, just make arrangements with me, call me, text me, whatever, and come use this beautiful, energetic, loving, healing space as your own, and that's really what it is here for. And I was going to say, so I'm going to make a comment. Nobody tell this comment to anybody else, but so she was saying how it's a great place to work and positive energy and everything. So I'm just going to say, when I'm complaining about my husband, it doesn't feel so positive. But I gotta say, I'm very grateful that I get to do that. I have people like you guys that I can share, things with. And the truth is that we always have the most difficulties with the people that we love the most. So yes, Audra said, I keep coming back to you guys. Thank you for offering yourself always. Audra, it's an honor for us.
I gotta tell you, this is. I think that part of
Melissa's coming to.
Oh, good,
concert.
good.
Yay! Awesome.
and Heather, I thank you. So that's so kind
Yes.
of you to say
Yeah.
about the dancing.
Yeah.
I had something really cool to say, and it flew right away.
Wow.
Just straight.
All right, it'll come back.
They'll come back.
Well, maybe you think you're cool, but I don't know.
Listen, I'm pretty cool. I gotta
She
tell
is
you,
cool.
there's not a lot of question about that. I
Well-
know I have some negative self-talk, but then there's the other part of me that's like, you're a bad Mamma Jamma.
Yeah. Listen, not for nothing, but you know, these are my best friends. There's a reason.
I think I
must
told
think
you were my
pretty
like spirit
badass.
animal one time.
I
Didn't
know.
You're what?
My spirit animal.
Well, and Jamie said that you're her guardian angel.
I am
So,
so pleased.
that's, you
I
know,
couldn't be more
awesome.
blessed
Yeah.
to be that for you, and you have added such richness and meaning to my life. And I tell you that, but I don't know if you really understand what that means. Who you are to me.
Wow.
I see your holiness. I see your sacredness. I see your
soul.
beauty, and
Your
it's
soul.
it's
Yeah.
You're just.
Nice.
If the world had an army of Jamie Lynn Fittipaldis, we would be
All right.
in a most amazing place.
You got to get up here, Jamie.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta
you'll
meet
meet her
you.
when she
I
comes
got to
in.
give you a big hug. I like to hug. Oh,
I love you too, honey.
Yeah. So good.
So
Where is she?
Right here, she's coming.
Hi, Ruby.
this is a
Come here, baby.
really. I think we're gonna. Do you guys have anything else that you want to say? Do you want to say anything, Beth, about the one
That's
thing
Ruby.
we can do to create a collective consciousness to make a huge energy shift and shed more?
Oh, Gina.
Light.
Hi,
I think
Gina.
I think I agree with like kind of
How
what everything
are
you've been
you?
saying, you know. And I think it's also kind of I think I alluded to it last week about the, you know, by making ourselves important, it makes everybody the
Yes.
people around us
Yes.
know that they're important to us. And I
Absolutely.
think that is a big, huge deal. When we're giving the self-care to ourselves, they can see that reflected that we care about them at the same time.
Yes, because if you are showing the people around you that you are not taking care of yourself and that you don't love yourself and that you're not number one, then that's the message that they get. But if you are, honoring your soul, if you are taking care of yourself, then that's the message that they get. And so it really is extraordinary what you give to people, because you're just an example of, somebody who does the work, that puts one step in front of the other, and even more than that, you go the extra mile to learn and grow. And so, I always tell you how proud I am of you, and not everybody does that. A lot of people, talk about it, their lip service, but the change that has been exhibited by Beth over the past year or so has been extraordinary. And she's, if you do what she did and you just throw yourself into the things that will help you, and even walking through the fear of, say the breath work or whatever it is, going to support groups, things like that. If you just do that, you will also, be able to do what Beth has done and make that shift. And
Yeah.
And what you and I have done.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And many
I'm
of
just,
women.
I'm just talking
Absolutely.
about Beth
Yeah.
right
But
now.
I want to
but
just
so
put
true.
that out there because we
Yes.
know women in our lives, and you guys probably
Yes.
do too, that had come from a place where they were broken,
Broken.
felt broken.
Yeah, Audra said, I'm sorry, but Audra said, Beth is so bouncy and vibrant, a bright butterfly that flutters around the room. Oh, that is,
I love that.
adorable.
So
I
sweet.
love
Thank
it too.
you.
And
That's
Melissa said, I'm so proud of her, a beautiful woman to admire.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yeah.
I love you.
That is
sweet.
sweet.
I don't want to make it about us, because it's about you guys. And so I shared about Beth because I want you to know, like, no matter what you're going through, no matter whatever depths of despair,
Yeah.
you can come out of that. You can come out of that and live a happy life every day and be positive and be a role model and affect the world and the people that you meet in it by doing the things that you have
Yeah.
done. And so that's a real, just because we were talking about it, and I just adore her anyway. So, but
too.
you do.
I do.
See, and that is the response that you want from somebody that you love. I know you do. I love you. I love you too. I know you do. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you do. I do. And I know, like, there's nothing that we wouldn't do for each other. If
Yeah.
we needed something, we would be there. And so I hope that that inspires you guys. And some of you are like me that didn't want to let anybody in, you know, because we've been hurt, that it inspires you to allow people in. Because even if, and this, you know, not what I want to happen, but even if, for whatever reason, that we broke up, air quotes, you know, broke up, I would be so grateful to have had this experience with you guys. And I would also look at it as an opportunity. And so, and I know that because me and my ex best friend broke up, and Anna had shared that somebody had did that with her, but I was friends with somebody for 13 years, and we're not friends anymore. And it's a very hard thing. I still want to call her and text her and share my life with her, but I do know that if she was still in my life, that these two would not have as big a space,
Right.
right? And so I believe that it was time for me to be able to get the gifts and the lessons from them, and that other relationship had been all that it could be for both of us. And it's not that I don't still love her and send her positive energy, but you know, it's how we work and how we inspire and what we can give to one another. And Jamie said, as Anna would say, right now I'm a 4, but what can I do to become a 5.5 or a 5, a 4.5 or a 5? Make someone smile. It'll make you feel good, even if it's for a few seconds. It's still something. It's a big deal.
Big deal.
Absolutely.
It's a big deal. If I one of my goals when I go out to the stores is if I see somebody not smiling, that I go up to them or I say hello to them when I'm passing. But a lot of times I'll go up to, especially women, because I feel like they receive it in a different way from another woman.
Yeah.
But if you're a man, do it. I just go up and go, oh my God, I love your shirt. I find something beautiful. The shirt, the pocketbook, the smile, the eyes, the hair, the makeup, the earrings, whatever it is, right? Just to...
Susan, the next time you do that, you have to go up to her and say, "Oh my God, your aura is amazing." Do it, ladies, to
imagine?
another woman,
Can
and
you
you will
imagine?
make her day times 10.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do
I
it.
can so see you doing
I'm
it.
going to do it.
Something coming from her. All, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. I know. I go to the store. I can remember when my kids were little, and I would go to the store, and they were so embarrassed by me because I would say hi to everybody. Like, I would go to the grocery store. I'd be there for like an hour and a half, and they'd be like, "Why are we at the grocery store so long?"
I know.
Because I talk to everybody.
Cameron said that used to be so embarrassed with me, but see, I did things like this. This is how this is what crazy chicks, right? Back then, they had the microphones in the stores on the aisles, and I would pick up the microphone and start singing to my son or dancing down the aisle. And now they remove them because of me.
I think that happened.
But
Yeah.
even now, like if me and Jeff go to a store and he's in a different place, I'll be like screaming through the store, "Oh, Prince Charming, where are you?" Because I want to have fun in my life. I need joy. Heather said, "Hi, Gina. Saw you. Love you." Yeah, I'm so glad to see you here.
So
Gina.
you would
Thank
embarrass
you.
Cameron in the grocery store?
Oh yeah, I would dance, I'd twirl, I'd
Oh,
talk
I know,
to
I did the
everybody.
same thing.
He was so, oh my
Appalled?
God, Mama.
Well,
But, you
Matthew's the same age as Cameron.
Yes,
And Marin
yes.
and I would like sing the grocery list to the song of "I've Got a Feeling" by the Black Eyed Peas, you know? We'd like, "I need some butter." Da-da. Oh my gosh, Matt would be so embarrassed.
So Jamie just said me and my dad do that to my mom. We yell for her. And Heather said we do Marco Polo. I love that. I'm going to have to start trying
That's
that.
good.
Marco
I feel
Polo.
like the 3 of us should go.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Let's do it.
We should.
We should do it like at dinner time, like 5 o'clock when people.
There's a lot of people
There's
there.
a lot of people in Publix or something.
They would
And
freak out.
just-
I wonder if we'd listen, we can't get kicked out of our local Publix because
No.
we're like 40, 50 miles from
Don't,
another
we're
one.
not going to one by my
We'll
house.
have Walmart delivery. But no, there's certain
Publix
things at
BOGOs are
Publix.
pretty good.
I think-
Oh, let me tell you, if you're a bargain hunter, go for the buy one get ones. Check out where they are, because even they're down, they're less money than something on sale at maybe another store. So you gotta know your prices. But that's a really good thing. Jamie said, oh, someone else might have you at hello, but I will readily take a purple aura compliment. Audrey said,
Nice.
awesome. And Jamie said, down different aisles.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
we will.
Yes,
I love
yes.
it.
I love
love
that too.
So,
And,
I think we should save. I think so. The next question or comment or statement to talk about is fairly deep. I think we should save that for
yeah,
next week.
because
week.
it is 8:30 already, and I swear to God, it feels like
Time
we've
flies.
been on for like
10
2
minutes.
minutes. I mean, this is such an amazing time for me. So I hope it is. Hi,
Front
Georgianne.
door. She was hiding.
We love you. I didn't see that you
see,
came
come
on, but I'm so glad you're here. But this is such a good time for me. The serious, the fun, the laughing, the being with you guys and connecting. I can feel your energy, listen, everything is, electric, and everything is movement. And so I can feel the love and the caring that you guys have when you are on with us. So I so appreciate you, and I appreciate what you give to me, because we just turn the camera on and do it for you guys, because we are having these discussions by ourselves all the
Exactly.
time. So we really truly are doing it for you guys, and I agree. Maybe we need to.
I'll say this though. Really, at some point when we were getting together for Wednesday nights for a long time, at some point I felt, for me, I had to do this because I was dying inside. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's all this stuff that I want to give and help, and I talked about this in our first live. Was I always thought I had to monetize it somehow, because
Yeah.
monetize, and I'm like, no, I can't do that anymore. I just have to do this
Do it.
because if
Yes.
I just didn't feel good anymore.
Yes.
So
has to come out.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
It has to.
yes, doing it.
Thanks for letting us.
Yes.
Get it out
Oh
of
my
us.
gosh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and love you too, Gina. I'm so glad that you're here. I always love when I run into you at an event, which isn't nearly often enough, and having you here fills my heart. So thank you for coming.
So happy that you guys were here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Georgianne, I'm
Hi,
super happy
Georgianne.
that you turned. I don't know
Yes.
at what point you
Yeah.
came on, but I'm so happy you're here.
Audra said, let's see what she said here, because it's too hot for me
Thank
to read
you
there.
all
It's
for
not
the
turning.
opportunity to help ourselves and others. It is healthy just to know there is a place to go.
Yes.
Yes, and
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
And it's so important. It's so important to hold space for people and have that place, because I know when I'm, not feeling myself and I'm down, something's going on, I'm having, some SHT with my husband, whatever, because that's, the place that I go the most,
That's not.
Also,
Also,
what?
should I say them on? Should I say them on here? You're advertising people.
Oh, well,
Oh,
Did I
yeah.
not say that?
I don't think so.
No,
yet.
no,
When you
not
say
all.
business,
Yeah.
business
So-
marketing stuff.
Yes.
that's probably where I
Stressing
hear
out
them.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I stress a lot, because
Yep.
I pay a lot of money every month for help so that I can do the
So we can
things
do other
that
things.
like helping people heal, and then
It's a challenge.
it's a
We spend a lot of
challenge.
time
we
doing
spend
that.
a lot of time doing that, and it's just it's a hardship,
Yep.
but it's the only way that I can get my word out to you, and my space out to you, and my energy and my love. And so, I just put
Do
up
what we
with it.
do.
But I can get very frustrated. I am not really a computer person, and that stuff. I try very hard to be calm, and most of the time I am. But
For the most part.
yeah, but when it comes to, when I feel that somebody should know me and know, what my what I am about and should be able to represent me. And when it comes to things that are common sense and that these people have marketing degrees and they can't figure it out, and probably you could make a post for me better than them, that gets me a little frustrated. And we're not going to say who it is.
Jamie
A little
says,
cranky.
Jamie says these lives have helped me so much more than I thought they would, honestly. Yeah, I agree. And so if you feel, speaking about marketing, I'm just going to take this opportunity. I know you don't like to plug. I do, because I'm just going to say, again, if this helped you and you know someone that may support, share this with them, please.
Yes.
Share this live with them. And we have a couple of announcements for the good of the order.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So-
Okay, it's my turn. I'm the announcements lady. So we do have a few upcoming events. Like we were talking about earlier, Friday evening, we have our drum circle from 6 to 7. We'll have a workshop. So if you'd like to learn how to become a better drummer or just learn how to drum in general, we'll be having that from 6 to 7. And then
With
from
Robin.
7 until whatever time will be the actual drum circle. And then on Sunday, March the 5th, we'll have our readings again with Mama. You do need to prepay for those in advance and schedule your appointment. Prepay for the space when you make the appointment.
For your reading, whatever
For your
kind
reading,
of
whatever
reading
kind you want.
wanna
And there's
do.
several, and we can go over those with you when you make the call. Then the next day is our wonderful Woman's Full Moon Fire Circle. And that's really amazing. I don't know exactly what we're going to be talking about, but we are going to enjoy being in community with other women. And so that'll be really great. And then on March the 11th. Oh,
Well,
you
and
want to say?
I want to say something about that. So every drum circle, we try and have somebody else lead, and every full moon women's circle, we also try and have different people. So if you are a drummer, you'd like to lead the drum circle. If you are a woman and you would like to lead and guide us through the women's full moon fire circle, please contact me. And next month's fire circle is open for somebody to step into that
Step into it.
space for the month. So, and we have somebody really great leading the drum circle this month. Nilda is doing it, so that's going to be fabulous. And then we'll need somebody for next month. So, this is about community, and so community means that everybody participates, and it's great. So sorry I interrupted.
That's okay. And then we also are having on March the 11th, will be our, it's a day retreat about manifestation and basically manifestation as a way of life, living in abundance. So, and then in all areas of your life, not just monetarily, correct?
Correct. Oh, yes. Monetarily is the last part that we're
of
going
it,
to be
yes.
concentrating on.
Oh my goodness, he's licking me to death.
Wait, so she went from me to Anna, from me to you. This is Ruby.
Ruby, the puppy.
Yeah,
She's saying,
little
"Hi,
puppy.
Ruby."
That's
now she's kissing.
my little soulmate.
Okay, and then, what was after? I gotta put my glasses on for the last three because I don't have them on the top of my head. Oh, Saturday, March the 25th, we'll have our crystal bowl meditation under the stars. That starts at 7 o'clock, and you have to prepay for those spots as well.
Yes, and we fill up and we
Quickly.
sell out very quickly. So we just put that date up. So if you're interested in coming to the crystal bowl meditation, and it's more than just a crystal bowl meditation, we have a time where we build community, where we kind of get to know one another, read cards.
Yummy hors d'oeuvres.
Yes, really good hors d'oeuvres. She bakes really good stuff, little brownies and cookies and stuff. It's really good. And there is a hot tub too. If you want to go in that, just let me know before you come.
Bring your towel.
And bring
a
a
towel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and bring a towel. So if the
And
weather's
something
nice,
and a swimsuit, okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta
not-
have a swimsuit on.
yeah.
It's not adult time.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's,
right. And also if we bleh. Sorry, this is the hardest part for me.
You were just thinking of naked people in the hot tub, weren't you?
That's what you're
I was. I'll be honest
I'll be
with
honest,
you.
so was I. I
You
was
weren't,
too.
really?
I wasn't, because
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You and me, Beth, we're on the same page.
We're on the
Okay.
same wavelength.
Well, no, I was actually thinking of saying if the weather is nice. I started saying if the weather is nice, We do the meditation outside under the stars, which is really beautiful.
It
If
is.
not, we do it inside, which is also equally as beautiful, just same, different. But each is a beautiful experience.
Yes.
So, okay.
Okay, so are
Is
we-
that everything?
that's everything, and
That's
except for the
everything for now.
announcement that we're here every Wednesday
And
night.
we're here every Wednesday night at 7:30. 7:30.
To 8:30ish.
Yes. Oh, and I don't know whether you said this, but the next crystal bowl meditation will be after daylight savings time. So then it gets
Yes, I did
pushed.
7.
It gets pushed an hour from 6 to
To
7.
7.
So we start at 7.
Heather says she only comes for the food. It's amazing. Trust me, especially the little salmon thing.
Oh,
I put
Heather,
lots
I
of
love
love.
it.
yeah, I love
Heather,
it.
I put
It's
lots
just
of love in those little salmon
yes,
toasts.
yes, they're so
They are
good.
good.
They have a little caviar on them. They're really good.
Cream
they're really
cheese.
special.
Let's see.
Yeah, we always, make so we make charcuterie boards that are really pretty.
Those are
too.
pretty.
Anyway, we make some good stuff. And if you have any suggestions for little hors d'oeuvres that we could make, we're always open to that. So you can call me or text me or message me here and let me know,
Something you'd
that,
like to see.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not like, I don't know what would be like sturgeon. I can't do
No.
sturgeon. That's like, I don't know, $500 a quarter pound or an ounce or something. It's so expensive, but it's really good if you ever have a chance. Audra says, I made up an abundant quote. Where am
A bit
I? I'm sorry.
ago today, you become abundant when you learn that money is not what makes you abundant.
Oh, so true.
I
So
like
that.
true.
So good.
Love that. And
I
that is
do.
why the last thing that we're going to be focusing on is money.
Finances.
Money is only paper. Really, we receive that, everything that we need to take care of ourselves when we are abundant everywhere else.
Yes.
That we always have what we need. And that feeling of safety in that way is an amazing gift. And I can only tell you because I never, or I don't want to say never, but very rarely worry about money.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I just know that I will always have what I need, and I have such a amazing unconditional faith in that it really where other people might be sleepless, I'm sleepless
happen.
for other reasons, but not for that reason. Although I did sleep till 7 a.m. this
I know.
morning. I know. That was so good. I'm going to look forward to it again tonight. But anyway, so I know we're
Past
over
time.
and past time, and I thank you for sticking it out with us. I don't know. It went off my phone. But we will be here next week,
Yep.
and if there's any topics that you would like to talk about, we will get to that. If not, we can address the ones
Yeah, I
that
think
we
that's a
didn't
good
get
one.
to
Yes.
this week. And hi, Andrea. Hi, so good to see you. I'm so glad that you made it. So, you want to close it? I opened it.
Sure.
Okay, so Anna's gonna close us out.
Here, I'll just lean back. Lean back.
Between each other.
Okay. So
Lean on me, right?
for you guys at home, my request would be that you type a blessing into the chat.
So good.
Okay? Type a blessing. It could be a word, it could be a sentence, it could be a thought. Don't think about it too hard. Don't get wrapped up in what you're going to say because that's when we mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's when I mess it up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Take a moment to type a blessing into the chat box. So this is how I'm going to close, which I've never done this before, so bear with me. I'm going to take a deep breath in because I love to breathe. I'm going to breathe in through my nose. If you want to join me at home, after you've typed in your blessing into the chat box, please do. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And out with a sigh. And I'm going to close us out this evening by just saying beautiful, harmonious things that come to my mind. Blue skies, flying birds, brothers and sisters playing, health, love, and beauty, compassion, creation, abundance, joy, miracles, soul searching, rainbows, butterflies, the springtime, warmth and love and happiness, peace, healing, understanding, curiosity, creativity. And sending all of those beautiful blessings out for all of us, everyone that's listening. Serenity, love, and peace be with you all. May acceptance fill your heart. Letting those things settle into your cells. Live simply to simply live. Allowing those things to sink into the cells in your body, into your heart. And may this night help us to create change and the energy shift and shed more light in the world. One more deep breath in through your nose. And out with a sigh. Namaste.
Namaste.
Peace, peace, peace.
We love you all. Thank you for joining us and being here with us tonight. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest.
Amen.
We love you.
Yes,
we'll
amen.
see you soon, if not next
Amen.
week, sooner than next week. Amen.
Good night.
Amen. Good night, everyone.
Oh, peace, peace. Where's the camera?
Peace.
There's the camera.
Peace and love.
Oh, yeah, I missed
Yeah.
that. I can never
And
do
love.
that.
It's like this.
Peace.
It's like this, right?
Here we go.
And
Here we
love,
go.
Okay.
love, love.
We did
From
it.
my heart to yours.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night, guys.